became a thin blue flame. Woo! I was polished on a mountain range, and over hills and fields I flew, wrapped up in a royal blue. I flew over Royal City last night, fighting the horns of a new moonlight. And Caesar's ghost, I saw the wartime tides. The Prince of Denmark's father still unquiet. The whole world was looking to get drowned. Trees were a fist shaking themselves at the clouds. I looked over curtains and it's then that I knew only a full house gonna make it through. And I became a thin blue wire. I held the world above the fire. And so it was I saw behind. And heaven's just a thin blue line. If God's up there, he's in a cold dark room. The heavenly hosts are just the cold dark moons that down and made the world in 7 days. And ever since he's been walking away, mixing with nitrogen in lonely holes, where neither cherubim or raindrops go. I see an old man wandering the halls alone. Only a full house gonna make a home. And I became a thin blue stream. I was the smoke between a sleeping dreams. And in that clear blue undertow, saw Royal City far below, borders soft with refugees, streets are swimming with amputees. It's a Bible or a bullet they put over your heart. It's getting harder and harder just to tell them apart. The days are nights and the nights are long, and beating hearts blossom into walking bombs. And those still looking in the clear blue sky for a sign get missiles from so high they might as well be divine. And now the wolves are howling at your door. Sing about vengeance like it's the joy of the Lord, bringing justice to the enemies, not the other way round. They're guilty when killed, and they're killed where they're found. If what's loosed on earth will be loosed up on high, it's a hell of a heaven we must go to when we die, where law makes hearted for vengeance please. The fat man's crying on his hands and his knees. Back in the peacetime he caught roses on the stage. Now he twists a decision, takes bourbon for rage. Lead pellets, pepper and aluminum, halcyon, laudanum and opium. He sings Kiss Thee Heart in his poison cup. His wine and sheet is busy winding up. In darkness he looks for the lights that have died, beneath faith for the same reasons that it's so hard to find. And the whole thing is headed for a terrible wreck. And like good tragedy, that's what we expect. For a city laid down on the hips of a girl on the spring-covered ground. Spirals and capitals and the twists of a script. Streets named for heroes that could almost exist. Fruit trees of Eden in the gardens they seem to flow like smoke from a lithium dream. Cedar trees growing in the cool of the squares. Young women walking in the portals of prayer. The future glass buildings in the past in a dress. The weddings and pollen and the wine bottomless, and our wrongs forgotten and our vengeance made right. The suffering birds put to sleep in the night. The future descending like a bright chandelier. The world just beginning and the guests in good cheer. A Royal City, I went into a trance. It's hell to believe there ain't a hell of a chance. beneath a clear blue sky. And the sun was a shout and the breeze was a sigh. And the old hometown and the streets I knew were wrapped up in a royal blue. And I heard my friends laughing out across the fields, girls in their gloaming and the birds on the wheel, the raw smell of horses and the warm smell of hay, cicadas electric in the heat of the day, a run of three sisters in the flush of the land, and the lake was a diamond in the valley's hand, the straight of the highway and the scattered out hearts, coming together they were pulling apart, and angels everywhere were in my midst. And the ones that I loved and the ones that I kissed. And what it was we've been looking for up above. Heaven is so big there ain't no need to look up. So I stopped looking for royal cities in the air. Only a full house gonna have a prayer. Only a full house